Yeah, y'all know what's going down. Yeah, let's put these blues on. Let's get this party started. I'm in a party mood right now. Got that good tequila, that doorbell. Hey. Y'all feel free to pour up your favorite drink. It's been a long, hard week. Down on my grind. Yeah. Now that the week is over, y'all know what? It's party time. Yeah. We stepping out tonight. Hey. Let's go. That man said he got his gin and juice. I got my tequila. Hey. Laid out on my bed. What? I'm in a party mood. Yeah. What you know about that J Hammer? I'm in a party mood. So how about you? Y'all come out and party. Come on out on the YouTube and party with me. Let's make it do what it do. We're going to party a little bit before we get started. I just want to do a little dance. And guess what I'm going to do? And talk a little noise. Y'all know I'm going to talk a little noise. We just going to flirt with the women. Yeah. And dab with the ball. Yeah. Let's get our first shot in. Yeah. I want to order me some French fries. You know what else? Some chicken wings. Oh yeah, we're going to get messy tonight. Let's go. Call my mama up. Tell her the state that I'm in. I'm in a party mood. We're in a party mood, y'all. Let's go. Tell me, how about you? Are y'all in a party mood tonight? Are y'all in a party mood tonight? If so, y'all come party with me. Let's make it do what it do. So we finna party. One more shot before we get started. I'm in a party mood. Hey, get that doorbell. I ain't got no gin and juice, but I got some tequila. And I'm gonna feel all right. I wanna roll them dice. And wherever they fall, hey, wherever they fall, I might be in an upscale club or some holes in the wall. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Come party with me a little bit. Somebody, daughter, better look out. I'm in a party mood. Yeah. Y'all come party with me. Let's make it do what it do. We just in a little party mood, y'all. We just doing a little party before we get it started. Y'all know I'm a blues lover. What y'all want? I got some Johnny Taylor. What y'all want to jam, man? Let me see. We're gonna get one more song in and we're gonna get this party started. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let me see what we want to do. I got so many blues. Oh, there we go. Hey, got my whiskey. This is my whiskey right here, tequila. What y'all know about this song? old male waiter. What y'all know about it? He said, my drink ain't over. Went to jail too many times. So when look, that's when you got to drink and stay on. Play me some Marvin C or some Marvin Gaye. One more shot. We're going to get the party started. Hey. I came out to have a good time. That's all that's on my mind. I got my money and I got my whiskey. Hey. Hey. I ain't gonna sit around all night long until the morning comes. Hey. All of my troubles go. Yeah, let them troubles go, y'all. Let's go. That's all on my mind. Got my money. Got my whiskey. Hey, hey. All right, let's get this thing started. All right, y'all. Let's see who up in this thing, man. Y'all know I had to turn y'all up for a second. We had to turn this thing up. Cornell Harper, what it do, Chief? Sean Dixon, Alaska, man, double salute. What it do, what it do? Gary Jordan, what's happening? Devon 225, prove it. Donnell, he said, Ken, I'm at a Mexican restaurant. Pull it up. Pull up. He said, pull one of your numbers. Yes, sir. Y'all know I love the Mexican restaurants because I love me some margaritas. For sure. Cornell Harper, what's happening? Willie Farmer, my boy. What's going on, fam? He said, so we can be messy tonight? Yeah, we can be messy tonight, man. We're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to be messy tonight. Whoever wants to smoke, we got smoke tonight. Larry Connor, what it do, what it do? Mike Turner, double salute. What's happening, what's happening? Joseph Clue said, man, Ken, I'm highly impressed with my gift of jigs and the box you sent them in. Lunch dinner on me after fishing. For sure, man. Look, man, double salute, man. Y'all know how I get down. That's how I get down. That's how I roll, you know. One thing about everybody that comes on here, y'all know we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some noise. We're going to do some giveaways. And y'all know I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it legit, for sure. School, what's going on? He said, what you got going on, Marvin C? I got all the Marvin C's. I got all the Marvin C's. He's one of my favorite blues singers. Devon 225, hit them like buttons. Come on, y'all, let's get them likes up. We might do some giveaways. Y'all get them likes up. Willie Farmer said, shots. So we got us 3 shots in. So we ready. Joseph Clue said, let's stand up in it tonight. Damn Tyrone. Man, what you know about that, man? What you know about that? Donnell know what about it? That's all on my mind. Got my money, got my whiskey. Yes, sir. DJ Duke. What's up, bro? What up, bro? Danny Shoe said, do your thing. I'm eating some fried crappie from my favorite creek. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Squiddo, what's happening? So, y'all know it's going down if you're in the South. It is going down. I know y'all seen that. A few of y'all that got on and seen the little short video I shot of Lake Somerville last week. Amazing. But it's a point I want to bring up. It's amazing. And when y'all hear people say that color don't matter, it's because they don't know what they're talking about. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. Color definitely matters. That's a fact. Color matters. I fished from about 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock with one fish in the boat. And it was caught on a minnow. One fish in the boat. And I went to like 6 or 7 different colors. I finally changed to a color that I usually fish. I'm sitting on a brush pile. I fished this brush pile about 15 minutes. I'm looking at the Livescope saying, I know it's fish down here. You know, so I'm saying to myself, like, I know I'm looking at the fish. It's fish down here. Why aren't they biting? And I'm like, well, you know, it's a transition. You know, I was making excuses like why they're not biting. And I just said, okay, I've sat here this long, switched a couple jigs, none of them even chasing it, not even interested. So I went to original color that I always used on Lake Somerville. And literally, when I dropped it down there, it was 4 in a row. I wish I would have recorded, but I didn't want to record because, like I said, it's a big crappie master tournament coming up there in May. So I didn't record. But it was amazing how just one slight color of a jig and jig head turned the whole day around. You talking about going from 7 to 12 in the morning with one fish and leaving around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock with a 2-man limit. That's a big difference. And it was on that one color. When I got the fish fired, I went to another brush pile and got the fish. They was fired up. They was, I promise you, it was going like 5 and 6 every time. 5 and 6 cast. Like every time I dropped in a row. I dropped, pick up a crappie, put him in the live well. Dropped again. And it was like 5 or 6 in a row. And I did it a couple times. And I was just like, man, these crappie are fired up on this one brush pile. Like they're fired up. So I switched colors just to see. I couldn't get a bite. I could not get a bite. So whenever you hear somebody say color don't matter, they don't know what the heck they are talking about. Color definitely matters when it comes to crappie fishing. I don't care who say it don't. I don't care what excuse they trying to make. I do not care. Do not care. Color definitely matters when you're crappie fishing. And don't let nobody tell you no different. Color definitely matters. Devon25 said, fooling with you, I went and got that 13-foot Kevin Rogers from Bass Pro Shop. Man, they got a Kevin Rogers. They don't even sell rods like that at Bass Pro down here in Houston. The one I have like right around the corner from me. They only sell Bass Pro rods. They have no other brand when it comes to crappie rods. The only brand of crappie rods they have are Bass Pro brand crappie rods. They don't have nobody else crappie rods in the Bass Pro. So that's crazy that you can actually get somebody else crappie rod out of Bass Pro. That's amazing. I wish. Sean Green, what's happening? Chat, Jock, what it do? Mike Turner said, Kenny, color matters, bro. I know it do. And I've always known that. I've always said that color matters. But it was amazing how close to that color I was, but they wouldn't bite until I put that exact color on. I'm talking about I was close to that color. They wouldn't touch it until I changed the color of the jig head to match the color of the jig. And it was an all-out onslaught, non-stop until I left. So, look, I definitely use scent, and I was using scent, and I was Joseph Clues, I'm glad you said. I was definitely using scent. I was using the smelly jelly because it's so funky. But I was using that all day. I used that from 7 o'clock to 12, and I only had one fish. And they wouldn't even touch a jig. I caught my girlfriend, she caught that on a minnow. I didn't catch nothing on jig. She caught one on a minnow, and that didn't have scent. And I was using the garlic scented smelly jelly and wasn't catching nothing. But when I changed that color, my whole day turned around. Water temp, Camo Joe said water temp. What's going on, Camo Joe? Camo Joe said water temps affect their eyes and what they could see. Most definitely, I agree. Water temp, water clarity, that definitely plays a part. Miggy Wilson, what's happening? Donnell said he went to Conroe today. The water near Cagle was muddy like Lake Houston. Muddy water. The Black and Shark was on fire. The water midway to the south was clear, monkey milk, and straight shark. Okay, same colors. So he said, so colors does matter. It definitely do. You know, and of course, you got to play the part like Camo Joe said, the water temp. The water temp plays a part. The water clarity definitely plays a part. But what Donnell was saying about the muddy water and the clearer water, that definitely plays a part. But color all together matters. Water color, jig color, like all that matters. It all matters. Color matters. Devon 2-5 said, all they sell at B&M rods too at the Bass Pro here. Yeah, they don't sell none of that. James Edwards in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? No, they don't sell none of that here at this Bass Pro Shop I have. Like, they only sell Bass Pro Shop crappie rods. Like, they don't have nobody else brand of crappie rods. Now, you know, at the Academy, yeah, they got all kind of different stuff. But they really have a lot of the B&Ms. They have a lot of different B&M rods at the Academies. You really don't find B&M and Mr. Crappie rods. They have for crappies, They have their brand, the Academy brand. They have Mr. Crappie, and they have B&M. They really don't have nothing else. That's why I always go online or whatever to buy my crappie rods. Speaking of crappie rods, I'm telling y'all all day I use one rod. That thump detective rod. That 9.5 thump detective rod. I wish I could record. I'm going out tomorrow. I got my peoples with me tomorrow. So we hopefully we have us an epic day. I got my boy Blue and my boy KP. And them my guys, man. They like family. I got them on a boat with me tomorrow. Hopefully we're gonna be back at Somerville. Hopefully we get us an epic day tomorrow. I might do a little recording, but I'm gonna do some recording on some of the normal spots that we fish. I'm not gonna do some recording on some of our spots we saving for the tournament. But hopefully we get us a good day out on Somerville. If y'all out on Somerville, man, holler at me. I'm gonna be out there mostly all day tomorrow. So if y'all out on Somerville tomorrow, your boy gonna be out there. We're gonna try to get it in. Look, if you see me and you got some good info for me, give me some good info. Let me know what they hidden. And if I see y'all and I'm on the fish, y'all know I'm gonna let you know and give you some jigs at the same time. Like, man, use this jig right here. It's going down. So Sean Dixon said, I know of a place in Georgia that you can use black and short and will not touch it, but a red and short berries in the back of their mouth. That is a fact. And that's all it takes. All it takes is one color. So I was using a jig and I had an orange. Let me show you how close of a color it was. I had a orange jig head on a plastic. I was fishing. I switched from an orange jig head to a pink jig head. Fished with that orange jig head for a minute, caught nothing. For a while, didn't catch nothing. Went from an orange jig head, same plastic, but a pink jig head, and that's all I used all day. So from 12 to about 5 or 6, we caught 2-man limit. And I caught about 40. She caught about 10 on the minnow. I caught about 40 on the jig. And it was so crazy. It was so crazy how, orange is a light color, pink is a light color. So you would think, well, orange and pink, they both light colors. Why when they hit it? I don't know. I wish I had a crappie brain and I would tell you. But that's how crazy the difference in colors are. That pink, it went off. The orange, they didn't want no parts of it. Joseph Clue said, were all your fish caught on brush or did you catch some open water fish? All my fish I caught was on brush. I didn't catch not one open water fish. I didn't see a lot of open water fish. Even, I'm going to tell you, live scopers. Let me tell y'all something. Because you pull up on the brush pile and you don't see no fish around it, don't mean it ain't no fish in that brush pile. And that's something I learned a long time ago. I learned that a long time ago on the boat with Lamar. Lamar was one of the people the first people I ever seen with Livescope. He got Livescope literally when it first came out a few years ago. And that's something that I learned. Something that I learned was because you don't see fish on a brush pile or in a brush pile, don't mean they're not in there. I'm going to tell you that. And a lot of times we get so stuck on the Livescope screen and we're like, oh, we don't see no roaming fish. We don't see no fish around the pile. It ain't no fish on it. That's not true. I'm going to tell you what I look for in the pile. I'm going to tell you exactly what I look for. And I'm telling you, it's for me. Now, it's my opinion. For me. It's not even my opinion. This is my fact. Because it works for me. What I do is I pull up on a brush pile. I'm looking at my screen. And if you looking at that screen and you looking at that brush pile, and you see like the little red blinking. It's blinking in that brush pile. It's fish up in there. That brush pile that I fished 2 brush piles. Caught 2-man limit off 2 brush piles. And both brush piles, it was no roaming fish, wasn't no fish above the pile. It was none of that. But when I pulled up on the screen and I seen the brush pile, in the middle of it, I just seen blinking red. It was just like blinking, blinking, blinking. I'm like, I know that. And I already knew. I said, I know that look. Those crappie are tight in their structure. What did I do? I dropped the jig down, put it right there on top of that brush pile, and they start shooting out of there like a rocket. Pew, 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 pew. Like they was shooting out their brush pile. It was unbelievable. I'm like, yep. But I already knew. I'm like, it's blinking inside that brush pile. It's blinking. Something is blinking, so I know it's fish in that brush pile. I don't know. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all been on brush piles where you seen no roaming fish, no fish above or around the brush pile, but you just seen it brush pile blinking, and that's how I know it's fish in the brush pile. Chosen clue said red has been on fire on Lake Houston. Man, and see that was crazy. I was planning on going on Lake Houston last Saturday, but some said I ain't been on Lake Somerville in so long, and I wanted to try out some of my new brush piles I put out there about 2-3 months ago that I haven't even went and looked at, and I end up going to Somerville. But yeah, I see Lake Houston is getting it in. Roy Dale, what's going on, fam? He said, prove it. Prove it. But yeah, y'all, have that happened to y'all, the guys that had to use Livescope? Have y'all realized when you pull up to a pile and you don't see fish around the pile or above the pile, a pile suspended, but you look in the pile and you see like some flashing in the pile? When you see that little flashing in the pile, that means there's fish up in that pile. And so I caught about 10 or 15 crappie, and I caught those shooting up out the pile. Then they stopped shooting up out the pile, but I still seen that blinking. So, that's what we got to do. How the old saying says, if you're not getting hung up, you're not crappie fishing. I started lowering that jig in that pile real slow. And by the time I got it up in the middle of that pile, bloop, bloop, bloop. And it was just like, I got hung up a few times, lost a couple jigs, but it was the ticket. So whenever you using a Livescope and you pull up to a pile and you see it, but even if you caught a few fish off the pile, if you caught a few fish off that pile and you think that the pile is dead, you done caught all the fish off that pile. If you see like something blinking in that pile, them fish still up in there. But it's on you if you want to sit there and keep trying to catch those, or you want to go to a different pile. That's on you. He said them Christmas lights be on in them brush piles, man. That's a fact, Mike Turner. That's what we gonna call it. Them Christmas lights was blinking. If you see them Christmas lights blinking in that brush pile, it's some fish up in that brush pile. You better believe it. You better believe it. I like that, Mike Turner. I'm definitely gonna use that. Chosen Clue said, on my Livescope, I see very bright spots on the pile and know that's fish. Yep, that's also. But I think it's blinking because the fish, they were moving up in the pile. I think that's where the Christmas lights come from. They just moving around in the pile, but they never came out the pile. Cornell Hall said, I've been fishing crappie beds and have seen them go in the bottom of the bed and disappear. Now that I see that every time I fish. Ever since I've had Livescope, it amazes me how I see crappie. Sometimes when you spook them, they just go down up in the dirt, in the mud, and disappear. They do it all the time. Every time I've been fishing with Livescope, it's happened to me. And it's so amazing. Especially like if I see roaming fish and it kind of slow down, especially if I see them go down up in there, I drop the jig on that bottom and play with it on the bottom a little bit. And I've caught several crappie dropping that jig on the bottom because I've seen some go to the bottom and just, playing around, making it dance on that bottom a little bit real slow. And you'll see them come up off that bottom sometimes and come and hit it. That is a fact. That is a fact, Cornell Harper. My guy. What it do, Slab Doc, man? What you do today, man? I called you today. Your phone went straight to voicemail. I called you twice today. Your phone went straight to voicemail, Lamar. I guess you said you cutting your phone off today and you going strictly fishing. Don't want to be bothered. Roger Joyce and hey, Kenny, this is your homeboy from the Hills. First show, that's hometown right there. That's my neighborhood, y'all. The Hills, Jackson, Mississippi is in the building. Hill boys in the building. What it do, Roger? He said, man, I still got those cooler freeze containers I was telling you about. Let me know when you want them. Man, when I'm in town, man, I would definitely hit you up, Rod. For sure, bro. I would definitely hit you up, fam. Roger Jordan, man, I'm going to do a double salute. That's my fam right there. Double salute, Jackson, Mississippi. Presidential Hill is in the building. DJ Duke said, yes, sir. I got to fish a little on Sunday. Fished a bush with no bites. Changed colors, and the fish were coming out 2 or 3 at a time. I'm telling y'all, it's a fact. It's so, and I think that's one of the things that why we are so addicted to crappie is putting something together on that lake at that time. Because one thing about crappie, we could be fishing with a blackened shark today on one pile and catch a 2-man limit, and go out there tomorrow on that same exact pile and you see fish down there and they won't touch a blackened shark. Now you got to put another game plan together. It's a spot-on game plan. And I think that's one of the addictions that we have about crappie fishing, is because we love to put that game plan together on the lake at that moment. And then we see it work. and then we reap the benefits of our labor. Texas crappie assassin, what it do? What it do? Texas crappie assassin, you know I got that tracker on your tracker. So me and Lamar, hopefully we're gonna be ready for you for Lake Conroe, cause we got that tracker on your tracker. And we watching every spot. Cause we see you putting them slabs in, Texas crappie assassin. And I know that's your home lake, and you're gonna be ready for us April 9th. Another thing, y'all, if y'all would be in the Houston area or in Conroe, Texas, April 9th, we will be at Stowaway Marina, April 9th. The weigh-in will be around 4 o'clock, 4:30, somewhere around that time. Y'all come and meet us. We'll be out there talking noise, having fun. Lake Conroe, Stowaway Marina, April 9th. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. We're going to be in that thing. Joseph Clue said, Kenny, do you use your Humminbird side view to find fish first, or do you just go to your favorite piles? So what I do, so most of the lakes I fish, I have probably about 40 or 50 waypoints. Like, I put out brush piles. Except for Conroe. I haven't put brush piles out at Conroe, not yet. Hint, hint. But other lakes, I have a lot of, to be honest with y'all, I have the most waypoints on Lake Houston. The lake I fish the least. I fish that's the least. Out of all the lakes I fish that the least is Lake Houston. I'm not a big fan of Lake Houston. And I get numbers out there, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Let me make this very clear. Some people want to make it seem like Lake Houston is a hard fishery. Lake Houston is not a hard fishery. Don't get that twisted either. Lake Houston is not a hard fishery. I just don't like Lake Houston because a lot of people out there don't have boat etiquette, first of all. Second of all, it's always muddy, and I just don't like fishing muddy water like that. And third of all, it's a lot of pressure on Lake Houston. It's a lot of crappie pressure, whether y'all know it or not. It's a lot of people crappie fishing out there. And like I say, I was just out there I got a video I'm going to post. I ain't even going to talk about it. I got a video I'm going to post that I was out there about 2 or 3 weeks ago, me and my boy Blue. Like I said, I put him on a 2-pounder. We did our thing out there, but I ain't going to talk about it. I'm going to post the video. Lake Houston is not a hard fishery, y'all. So don't let nobody tell y'all that Lake Houston is a hard fishery. Lake Houston is not a hard fishery. The thing about Lake Houston, it has a lot of structure. So if you're stuck on 1 or 2 piles, you're probably not gonna catch nothing. On Lake Houston, you gotta hit stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. I think, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I think Lake Houston got more structure than any other lake around in the Houston area. Somerville, Conroe, and Conroe got a lot of standing timber, but I think Lake Houston definitely have the most structure. Lake Houston got a lot of structure, so you got to do a lot of sticking and moving on Lake Houston, but it's not a hard fishery. So it's just we call it the sewer because it's a mud hole, and I really don't like it because it's muddy all the time. That's all. But Joseph Clue, what I do is whenever I'm scanning new areas, I love to use my Humminbird side imaging, and I just side image and I look for new piles because everything else I already got it marked. So if I'm scanning new areas, I'm using my side imaging. I mark it on my Humminbird, turn back around, get close to it, drop a marker buoy, y'all. I'm telling you, it helps, especially when you're on a new lake or you're scanning a new area. Have you some marker buoys on the boat. They like 2 for $6, $5 at Academy. Get you some marker buoys, throw them out there just to get the spot closest. If you got Livescope, you can put your Livescope down, turn your boat back around, pull up on your Livescope. I'm gonna tell you another thing too that will help a lot of us. If you're scanning a new lake or you're scanning a new area or you're just side imaging looking for new stuff, new structure, when you find that structure on your Humminbird, whatever you're using, you mark it on your side imaging, you pull back up to it, throw your marker buoy out. Throw your marker buoy out as close as you can to that structure without throwing it on the structure, just as close as you can to the structure. Turn your big motor off. Get on your trolling motor and go back up to that area where your marker buoy is, and then go fishing. You know, because I know a lot of times I used to throw a marker buoy out and then just drive back and forth over it, still looking at my my unit on my console. But you know, you sometimes you'll spook the fish. So once you throw your marker buoy out, cut your big motor off, get on your trolling motor and cruise back up to it, and get to it. Get to the money. DJ Duke said use a hook with a hook guard and go in deep. I'm telling you, man, I love it. I'm telling you something. I love going deep in them brush piles to catch them slabs. I love doing it. It's fun to me. It's fun to me. I love going in. I'm telling y'all, I would probably say 75% of the crappie I caught last Saturday was going deep in the brush pile. And it's so fun when you go, because then it brings back the old school style of fishing. You're dropping your jig back in the brush pile where you can't see it no more. Now you just got to wait for the thump. You're not watching that fish come and hit it. You drop it down deep in that brush pile, you got to be ready for that thump. And it's so exciting. Slab Doc Lamar said Conroe was muddy today. Learned the open water game in the mud is the way to go. I definitely believe that. One thing about that muddy water, you're going to have more suspended fish on nothing. They're just going to be suspended fish on no structure. That is a fact. Most of the time when you're in muddy water, most of your fish are going to be suspended on no structure, and they're going to be open water fish, and you got to get to it. Joseph Clue said, Lamar, I love open water fish. I feel like a sniper. Oh, I ain't gonna talk about the video. But on Lake Houston, when I shot that video, I think I actually cut my camera off. But Blue will tell you, a lot of the fish I caught were open water fish. I was in the bayou catching open water fish, and I'm talking about they were aggressive. And what's weird to me, it seems like most of the open water fish are more aggressive than the fish that's on the brush piles. Devon225 said, SK said he is determined to catch a 3-pounder on Lake. He already caught one on Lake Houston. And Lake Houston definitely have 3-pound crappie. But yeah, SK, he's caught one. He's caught the 1 3-pounder he's caught it on Lake Houston. And thank you, Texas Crappie Assassin. Houston is not hard, y'all. Don't let nobody fool y'all to make y'all think. Because somebody around here be saying that Lake Houston is hard to fish. Lake Houston definitely is not hard to fish. It's definitely not hard to fish. Hugo, what's going on? You gonna be at Somerville tomorrow, man? I'm gonna be out there tomorrow, man, playing around in Somerville, man, trying to catch some of them big black crappie. And another thing, y'all, I haven't really fished Somerville in so long, so I really forgot. And let me know how y'all feel about it. I really forgot how much harder or how much more that black crappie fight than white crappie. Like I pulled in 2 non-keepers all day, and they were like 9 inches. And I'm pulling them, I'm like, oh, this is good, 12, 13. I'm like, what the hell? It's a 9-inch crappie. I literally forgot how much, to me, the black crappie definitely fight harder than the white crappie. It's crazy. Kim Burnett, what's going on, man? What's going on, fam? This crappie says, Hugo, holler at me. I owe you a trip, bud. Hugo, when you get on that trip, make sure you got your phone, mark a couple spots, and make sure you go to Conroe, mark a couple spots, and I'll pay you for them spots, Hugo. I appreciate that, bro. Love Mars said, Lake Houston ain't hard, just a muddy, boring lake, a decent playing sea. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you when I fish Lake Houston. When the wind is high, that's basically the only time I go to Lake Houston. Because you can always hide from, that's a good thing about Lake Houston. You can always hide from the wind in Lake Houston. You can always hide from the wind because you got coves, you got little cutouts, you got bayous, you got creeks. So you always can hide from the wind on Lake Houston. That's the good thing about Lake Houston. You can always hide from the wind and catch fish. Devon225 said, y'all better stop disrespecting the SK favorite lake. We ain't disrespecting it. We just speaking the facts that Lake Houston is not a hard lake to fish. It's just not. And that's just the truth about it. And anybody, like Texas Crappie Assassin just told y'all that. It's not a hard lake. Lamar, he just told y'all, it's not a hard lake. Like, it's not a hard lake. It really ain't. It's a lot of structure. You do a lot of sticking and moving sometimes. But it's not a hard lake to fish. Texas Crappie Assassin said, I always work my way down a pile. Pick the top ones off first. That's a fact. That's the only way I do it. And that's what I was talking about earlier. When I first pulled up to that pile and I got the right color. When I got the right color on there, when I first got to the pile, I was watching the crappie shoot up out that pile. And when they stopped shooting up out the pile, that's when I started putting it in the pile and went to work. So that's a fact. That is a fact. He said, usually open water fish are more aggressive and a lot of times they are bigger fish. That is a fact, Texas Crappie Assassin. That is 100% true. I don't care what nobody says. Most of the time, the open water crappie are bigger than the brush pile crappie. That's a fact. I definitely agree 100%. Mike Turner said, I agree. Blacks fight harder than whites. Yeah, man, they do, man. And I honestly forgot how that felt because I haven't just, like Somerville is a predominantly black crappie lake. Like you'll catch probably 15 black crappie to 1 white crappie. But most of the time on Somerville, when you catch a white crappie, it's a 13 or better. It's a big crappie though. Yarley, That's my fam. What it do, fam? Y'all, the Kennedy is in the building. What's happening, fam? Hugo said, I went to Somerville yesterday. Wind was crazy, but the fishing was fire. And yes, about 90% of my crappie were blacks. Those 10, 11 inches had me reaching for my neck. I'm telling you, man, like I said, I forgot. It's fun. I actually laugh at it. I honestly forgot how much harder those black crappie will fight. Like I'm telling you, a couple, like them 2 9s that I threw back, the only 2 throwbacks I had, when I would put them up, I was like, yeah, this is good, 12, 13 at least. And I get them on up, and I'm like, man, this thing don't like it's 10. I put them on the roof like, this is a 9-inch crappie. Like, this is amazing. And like I said, I caught some big females, too. I caught some huge females. A couple of them, we had 3 2-pound, 3 over 2 pounds. One was 267. One was like a 240 something. I think we caught it like a 213 or something like that. And it's crazy because we probably caught about 10 females and about 40 males. But we caught them, they were all on the same pile, 14 feet of water. But at the same time, you got people up in the creeks wearing them out in a foot of water. So that's why I always say never have a game plan together. Even the spawn, like, it's a spawn, I'm going shallow. That don't mean they ain't 14, 15 feet down either. I didn't touch a shallow piece of water all day Saturday. I caught all my fish in 14 feet of water. 2-man limit, 14 feet of water. Big females and males. I caught some males that almost hit 2 pounds. The biggest male I caught Saturday, he had 1 eye. Like his other eye just had a hole in it. I ain't fillet him though. I threw him in the trash can. I'm like, nah, well, you a zombie crop. I'm gonna let you make it. Kevin Walker said, Kenny, your boy Thomas got a new boat. Yeah, man. I love it, man. I love that boat, man. I love he has that express boat, man. My boy Thomas got a beautiful, beautiful boat. I'm going a bass boat route though. I'm going fiberglass. I've never had a fiberglass boat, but I'm gonna go fiberglass a little bit heavier to handle some of those windy days. But that's a beautiful boat. I love that. I definitely love the deck. Now I do want a deck that has like that thick rubber on it. I don't want no carpet or nothing like that. I love his boat. He has a beautiful, beautiful boat. Slab Dr. Lamar Harris said, I believe those spawning males have a higher level of testosterone this time of the year. Makes them fight harder. That is a fact. That's a fact. I believe that too. Because I'm talking about them, all the male crappie we caught, and like I said, majority was black crappie, they were aggressive and they fought. They was just like, nah, bro, you ain't just finna snatch me up like that. I'm gonna fight for my life. But eventually they had to go in the cemetery. They had to go in the cemetery. That lied well, but they definitely are fighting much harder now. That's a fact. Texas Crappie Assassin, I was watching with the binoculars on that pile. Oh no, man, don't do that, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was fishing on that pile, I was looking around. Believe it or not, it was no boats in visual sight that was fishing close to me. But that's why I put my piles where I put my piles. I like to put piles, where it's really not going to be too much fishing pressure, but that's a 50-50 chance you're taking. Because maybe it's not no fish there, and it might take a year for fish to get on that pile. Or if it's fish in that area, it might sprout to be a beautiful thing. I'll tell you what, Texas Crappie Assassin, this will do. I know you got your piles on Lake Conroe, and I got mine on Lake Somerville. So we'll trade 3 and 3. You give me 3 waypoints on Lake Conroe, and I give you 3 waypoints on Lake Somerville. Devontae Vice Kenny, does Cam do giveaways like you and SK? Just wondering. I don't know, man. You got to ask him, man. He might be giving y'all a free trip to the crappie land where he stay. He let you stay with him and everything. Free room and board. You stay in his house, walk in the backyard, and get to it. He be saying he got them 19 and 21 inch crappie up in there. I ain't never seen him use a scale. 2 things I ain't never seen him use: a scale or a ruler. Meaning a measuring stick. I never seen him use a measuring stick. I never seen him use a scale. But he swear them some 7-8 pound crappie he got up in there. I mean, everything you bring close to the camera gonna be big. The closer you bring to the camera. Joseph Clue said, it's amazing how I can't catch open water crappie in the summertime due to how scary they are. But in the winter and spring, they act totally different. That's true too. So that in the spring, most of the time in the springtime, you definitely see a lot of open water crappie. But a lot of times you see a lot of them crappie in the springtime. They sticking real tight to their structure. But you do, I mean, you see open water fish all the time. But they're definitely more aggressive in that spring, in the wintertime, for sure. For sure. You can say, yeah, you're right, Slab. About 75% of mine fish were males. Yeah, I caught a lot of males. Like I said, I had about 10 females and about 40 males. Because I'm going glass as well. Yeah, man, it's time to go to the fiberglass, man. Go get to a heavier boat to handle some of that heavier wind. That wind ain't no joke on the aluminum boat. I promise you it ain't. Chat, I said, if you get a fiberglass boat, you will have to get a bigger truck to put in. I got a Jeep, man. Jeep. I've seen Jeep pull RVs, all kind of stuff. So I ain't buying another truck. That Jeep gonna pull it. I'm not worried. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. Like everybody that's been going fishing with me or follow me to the lake, they're like, man, you drive that Jeep like it ain't nothing behind it. But I actually, honestly, I don't. It feel like no weight back there. Honestly, it really feel like it's no weight back there. So I'm not worried. That old Jeep gonna pull a fiberglass boat for sure. Slab Dollar Mo said, yeah, Cam, give away payment plans. Boy, y'all messy. And it's funny to me. Y'all messy. Man, that man giving away payment plans, man. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Don't never fall into a trap of a payment plan when it comes to fishing rods and fishing jigs. That just ain't right. It's just dead wrong. It's just dead wrong. Camo Joe said, what the? Mike Turner said, Cam fishing his backyard, man. I'm telling y'all, he going to do them giveaways. Y'all can stay with him in the house and walk in the backyard and get into that old pelican and weigh him out. For real. Scooter said, Texas Crappie Assassin got them game warden binoculars. Nah, man, look. Man, it was so many game wardens out at Summerville Saturday. They were loaded, but I realized it was the end of spring break. It was packed out there. Anybody that was at Lake Summerville Saturday, it was a lot of people out there. I was so glad they wasn't skiing and surfing and all of that in the area I was fishing. That was one reason why I put the piles where I put them out of everybody's way. So it was a lot of people there, and there was a lot of game wardens there also. He said, the Texas Crappie Assassin, yes, I do. Contacts. Man, Lamar said, my pops used to pull a fiberglass boat with a Bonneville back in the day. That Jeep can handle it. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. For sure. I ain't worried. That Jeep, the Jeep ain't got no choice. It ain't got no choice. It's going to have to. Kim Burnett said, the big fish don't have to hide them. The roamers are usually your big fish. That is so true. I agree with you 1,000,000%. That's why they are roamers, like you said, because they big. So they ain't worried about no predator fish. Compared to, you got 110-inch crappie, you dropping that pile, you're gonna catch 110-inch crappie in a row. Because they in their brush pile, they don't want no parts of them 7, 8, 10-pound catfish and 15-pound catfish and bass. They don't want no smoke with it. They don't want no smoke. So I agree 100%. The roamers. And I'm telling y'all, it's fun to learn how to fish for roamers. At the beginning when I first started, I was like, man, this is difficult. But once you get it down, I'm gonna tell you my best way of catching roamers. Getting a casting rod, like a 6 or 7 foot. Like I use my 7 foot, 6-inch Thump City rod most of the time when I do my casting. And I'm telling you, they got the 7.5 Thump Detective rod. You will love it. Like I said, the whole day I fished with that 9.5. I didn't use a net all day. I didn't use a net all day Saturday. I fished all day with that 9.5 and got to it. I'm telling y'all might want to check out that new Thump Detective rod, that 9.5, or if you want to cast them right, that 7.5. I'm probably gonna order me a 7.5 Thump Detective. I bought the 9.5 to see how I liked it, and I loved it. It's light, plenty of backbone, very, very sensitive. So I'm definitely gonna order me that 7.5 for my casting rod. Danny Shooper said, Kenny, why you don't call Cam out to fish against you? You ain't scared. You ain't scared, are you? Easy. Very easy question. It's a difference in fishing in a pond in your backyard and actually fishing on the lake. Two completely different things. Two completely different things. If you fishing a community pond, with no fishing pressure compared to fishing a state lake. It's a big difference. You can get some bubble gum or a piece of bread and put on a hook on a neighborhood pond that has no fishing pressure but you, and catch crappie. Compared to when you're on a big state lake, when you gotta have your it together, it's a big difference. So I definitely went fishing against somebody on the neighborhood pond. I mean, I ain't scared now. I ain't scared, but it don't make sense. Now we can make it even. We can make it even. We can get it in. He go to a Georgia state lake. I definitely go to a Texas state lake. We can get it in for sure. Texas Crop Assassin said Danny trying to get that smoke rolling. Yeah, man, he trying to get the smoke rolling. But you know, I tell you what, Danny, I'm gonna give you one better, Danny. I got you. I'm gonna hook you up. How about you go to a state lake in Georgia, and I go to a state lake, or wherever you're at, South Carolina or North Carolina, and I go to a state lake in Texas. Let me and you go heads up. What about that? The one who said Cam got upper hand on the private. Yes, a private lake, neighborhood lake. This is completely different than being on a state lake. It's open to the public. Joseph Clue said, please explain how you and Lamar fish Livescope in a tournament. I believe Livescope is one man unit. So it's actually not hard. We put the Livescope where we need to be. We get a good sight picture. Lamar has the double seats. He has those double seats right up front. And we fish like, that's how I do my guide trips. Like tomorrow, it's going to be 3 of us fishing off one Livescope screen. And I've done it a billion times. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's really not. So it's about getting the right sight picture. Once you get the right sight picture, you can fish with 2 or 3 people fishing the same pile. It's about making sure that your screen is dialed in. You have your screen clarity dialed in, got your gain, your all whatever you do to get your screen dialed in. You can have 3 or 4 people fishing the same pile and see all their jigs. It's just all about boat positioning. But it can definitely happen. James Webb said, do you have a website for the rods? I'm not sure if he has a website yet, but you can go on Catching with Key TV on YouTube. He's on YouTube. Catching with Key, K-E-Y TV. Catching with Key TV. He's on YouTube. He knows the guy that sells the rods, and I'm telling y'all, I love that rod. Like, I'm in love with it. Tomorrow, I know that's probably the only rod I fish with all day tomorrow. Lamar said, big crappie also ain't scared of high winds. If you can control your boat, recommend you keep fishing. That is a fact. And me and Lamar found that out years ago. We was out on Lake Somerville. And I'm talking about, if anybody know Lake Somerville, know it really ain't nowhere to run. Lake Somerville is a big, wide open lake, and you just gotta get it how you live out there. But that is a fact. Those big crappie don't care about no high winds. They gonna bite. They gonna bite. And a lot of lakes, crappie love wind. You know, they start to bite more when you get a little wind compared to, you know, if you got low wind 4 or 5 miles, then it might jump up to 8 to 10 miles, and the crappie will bite better. That is a fact. I definitely agree with that. Kim Burnett said, and in his little baby boat. That's what I'm saying, man. Look. Man, Cam and their Pelican on their private lake is a bad man. You take Cam off of that private lake in his backyard, I guarantee you he won't catch a crappie. That's big facts. Napoleon Armstrong, what's going on? Sean Green said, every time I look for that rod, I can't find it. Thump Detector is the name. Yeah, Thump Detector. I don't know if he has a website or not, but go on YouTube, find Catching with Key TV, and hit him up. Send him a message, man. Tell him, y'all say, look, Skinny Kenny said, this is what I need y'all to do. This is what I need y'all to do. Y'all go to Catching with Key TV on YouTube. Send him a message, said, Skinny Kenny said to give up, to sell us some of them Thump Detective rods. And I'm telling y'all gonna love them. They are light. I fish with it all day. I love them. Texas Crappie says, I fished 3 today on a trip today with with Livescope. Exactly. It's not hard. It's not hard, man. Once you get your Livescope, you get the screen dialed in, you get the boat positioning to where you want the boat positioned at. It's easy to fish 3 people on Livescope. Camo Joe said, just getting home. What's up, everyone? What it do, Camo Joe? Toshea Wade said, you catfish at all? I don't. I'm 100%. Well, I ain't going to say 100. I am 95% crappie fisherman and 5% bluegill fisherman. Devon225 said, I seen a video with a YouTuber using Garmin Clearview, and he says he'd rather use that than Livescope, and he was catching slab after slab. I mean, different strokes for different folks. Some like Pepsi and some like Coke. Know what I'm saying? That's Pimpin' Ken, y'all. If y'all don't know who Pimpin' Ken, that's Pimpin' Ken. That's an up north, a real deal pimp. And that's something he said on one of the songs I heard. Different strokes for different folks. Some like Pepsi, some like Coke. I mean, you'll get some people that use Lowrance live site, active, whatever it's called, active target or whatever. And they will say, man, it's better than Garmin Livescope. You have people that using the Humminbird, Humminbird Mega Live. And be like, oh, this is better than Garmin Livescope. So it's all about what you like, man. It's all about what you like. As long as you catching fish, that's the only thing that really matters. The only thing that really matters is you catching fish. My boy, we getting in the morning. KP, Keith Peterson said, checking in, skinny to get some knowledge, big bro. Man, look, don't turn it. Look, I'm turning up. I done took me 3 shots already, KP. But I'm going to be ready in the morning, man. So you don't turn up too hard tonight, because we got to get on Somerville in the morning. I'm going to take another shot, though. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to pause right quick. We're going to pause for just 1 second, y'all. We're going to pause for a second. Everybody find your drink. Everybody get your drink, whatever you're drinking, your beer, whatever you're drinking. Get your beer out, get your liquor, whatever you're drinking, get it out. We're going to take us a pause for a second. We're going to take us a drink, and then we're going to get back to it. Let me see what we're going to play. What we're going to play? We're going to play a little blues, too. We're going to go back to my boy. Here we go. We in a party mood tonight. One more time. I'm in a party mood. We're going to take us just a quick shot. So how about you? I'm in a party mood tonight. I'm in a party mood. So I'm going to tell you how it went this week. It's been a long, hard week. Yes, it has. But now that it's over, it's party time. Woo! All right, I'm back. We just had to pause for a minute. Y'all know we get a little break, turn up a little bit. Joseph Clues said, Kenny, I took your advice and purchased me a tie Huckabee. Now my forearm looks like the hook. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love my Huckabee rod. I got the 12. Somebody stole my 10.5 foot Huckabee rod off my boat in my storage, because I have an outside storage. So I bought a 12 foot Huckabee. I've had it for a while. That rod really don't leave my house no more, man. That's just me. That thing heavy. I love it. When I know I'm gonna go catch some big slabs, and I can't play, I bring it. I tell you what, I use my Huckabee in tournament fishing. With me and Lamar, when we do our Crappie Masters tournament, I always bring it with me, because it don't play no games. It's a little heavy for me, but it don't play no game. All backbone. Like I said, on that rod, I put in a 5.15 5.15 bass. No net. Put them right up in the boat like it wasn't nothing. So if you want a backbone rod, it's gonna be a little heavy. Get you that tall Huckabee. But if you want a lightweight backbone rod, check out that Thump Detector. I promise you that Thump Detector rod is amazing. And it's only like $65. That's the key. Chat Josh said, Catching with Key TV has a video featuring that Thump Detector ride. Most definitely. I got a couple videos I'm going to drop. I'll just be, after I get out of work, I don't be wanting to do nothing but play PlayStation a little bit, chill out, and go to sleep. But I'm gonna edit my video one of these days. But that's what I was using the thump detector rod. I love that rod. I'm gonna use it all day tomorrow. Napoleon said, yeah, he was pulling them slabs. KP said, yes, sir. All right, KP, don't be getting turned up. Don't get too turned up tonight. You know, we got to hit something very early in the morning. Texas Crappie Assassin, coffee here. Well, look, pour up your coffee, man. Pour up your coffee, whatever you're drinking. Napoleon Armstrong said he got that honey jack. Ashley Johnson, what up, babe? She said, must be nice. It is nice. Miss Ashley, come on, take a shot with me. Pull your shot up. Where your shot at? Pull your shot up, girl. We all taking shots tonight. Mickey Wilson, I'm at work. I can't drink. Oh, man, well, look, get a glass of water. Get a cup of water, man. Get your bottle of water and pour it up too. Napoleon Armstrong said, who is that Marvin Cease? That is Jay Hammer. Jaye Hammer. The name of the song is Party Mood. Kenny got an old song. Yeah, I'm from Mississippi. I love the blues. That's my favorite genre of music is the blues. I love the blues. Tasha Away said, cheers, brother. Yeah, man. Everybody, we had to get us a little drinking in, a pause for the cause. Texas Crappie Assassin, Ashley, that whooping you gave him Saturday turned him to drinking. Man, look, y'all. She did not whoop me. No matter what she say. She was out there sunbathing most of the time, chilling and relaxing. Nigga would say, Kenny, you should listen to Arthur. Oh, I got some Arthur Young. Welcome to the country. Man, look, hold on, bro. See, y'all gonna get me turned up, man. I got that. I really do. I got that. I'm gonna go find it. I got it on my blues playlist. Danny Schubert said, I ain't gonna lie. I'm green as I fish on the banks during the crappie spawn. I only been fishing 2 years, fish for bluegill and red ear the rest of the year. Man, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I said, spawn is the favorite time for a lot of people to catch crappie. It's the easiest time for people to catch crappie. But what makes you want to get into it when you're catching those crappie, like a lot of people run in the summertime. A lot of people run from the crappie in the summertime. So, trust me, summertime can be some of the best days crappie fishing. So a lot of people run from it in the summertime. Fall people come back out. Wintertime, a lot of people don't fish for crappie either. They be like, oh, it's too cold. But I'm telling you, it's fun to catch crappie year round. It's definitely fun. Kim Burnett said, hey, I got the 13-foot Trident meat slinger. You got that 13-foot Trident. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to definitely check it out. Y'all know I love buying different rods and trying them out on the lake. He said, Jay Hammer blind, right? I don't know. He got some glasses on like he blind. He said, all right, man, I know Arthur Young. Here we go. Let's go. We're going to pause one more time. Welcome to the country. Welcome to the country, y'all. This for all my country folks out there. We're going to welcome to the country. Hey. Welcome to the city, Mississippi. Welcome to Mississippi. Let's go. Welcome to the country. Hey. Welcome to the city. Where we slide and glide. Sit back and get drunk and have our country time. Y'all ain't ready for that. He said, put some Buddy Guy. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I have all kind of old school. I'm an old soul for real. So I got all kind of old school music. Slick, what's going on, Slick? DJ Duke said, working, coffee and water. But ain't nothing wrong with that. Sean Green said, which is better than Kevin Rogers or that Thump Detector? I like that Kevin Rogers because I've had it for so long. That's one of the oldest rods I have. But I'm gonna tell you, that Thump Detector is more sensitive. They have about the same exact backbone. But the Thump Detector rod is definitely more sensitive. And that's just me being honest. Rodell said, Kim Burnett, what's good, brother? Romero said, what's up, Skinny? What it do, Romero? What it do, fam? She said, told me to stop that capping. Ashley said, stop the capping. I caught all the fish with my favor. Okay, you did. I'm going to give it to you, even though you didn't. I'm I'm gonna let you have it. Cornell Hopper said, yes, Hammer is blind. I figured he was because he got them big black the hater blockers on. We got them hater blockers back on. We got them big hater blockers on. Mickey Wilson said, Mississippi born and raised already, man. Already. Ashley gonna tell me stop the cap. I ain't stopping it. Y'all know how I get down on that lake. So yeah, she did her thing. Like she got about 10, got about 40. I mean, but she did her thing. She held her own. I will say that she held her own. Chet Jock said, try that Jenko Hypersense Lucky 13-foot rod. Light and sensitive. Okay. Danny Shooter said, I ain't got no boat either. Man, it's never too late to get a boat. And like I said, you ain't got to get no fancy boat. I got a little $4,000 boat. Been using it for about 2 or 3 years, and I love it. It get me everywhere I need to go. Might not be as fast as other boats, but once I get there, it's going down. It's going down. Chet Jackson and backbone. For sure. Joseph Clue said, do you believe playing music on the water scares the crappie? I don't like to. I'm going to be honest. I'm glad you said that. To be honest, I get irritated when people around me on boats are playing music. Because being on the lake is my peaceful place. When I go fishing, I want to be at peace. KP, KP, if you still on here, KP, tell Blue stop calling me. I'm on live. Tell him we going fishing in the morning. He ain't got to worry about it. I ain't forgot about him. I'm at to call him after we get off live. So, fishing on the lake is my peaceful place. That's why I love to go to get peace. I love to have peace on the lake when I go fishing. That's my peaceful place. So I don't like people around me that's playing loud music. Blue steady calling me. I don't like people that's playing loud music around me when I'm fishing. Like I want the silence. I want to hear the nature, hear the birds, hear the water, and relax. Like I don't want music and all that around. That's just me. So I don't know if it scare fish or not. Maybe it do, maybe it don't. I just don't like music around me when I'm fishing. I like to listen to the nature. I'm an outdoorsman, so I love to be outdoors anyway. So I want to hear the nature. So, but I do not know if music scares fish. Well, I mean, I don't think so because I mean, you got a boat motor. It's in the water, and some fish are spooky anyway. So, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. In my opinion, I would say no. But you know, I know that anything can spook crappie at certain times of the year. Also, Devon to the fire said everything scares crappie. Yeah, you about right with that too, Devon. Chet Jock said, do you think a fluorocarbon leader on braid would make a big difference on lightly stained water? No. I'm so glad you said that, Chet Jock. I'm going to tell y'all, I don't care none about having a leader. I've been fishing for crappie since I was 6 years old. I always fished it straight line. For the last 8 years, I've been using straight braid, never used a leader. But I only use one type of braid, though, low visible braid. Low visible green. Most time it'll be gray or green. But I always use low vis fishing line. Braid, I went from 8. I don't use 8 pounds anymore. I use 10. 10 or either 15-pound braid. But it's low vis. I always use, here goes something right here. This is some 10-pound low vis braid. This is what I use. You see it's kind of grayish green color. And that's what I use. I use low vis. But I don't believe in it. That's just me though. But if some people believe in having a leader. Some people are like, yeah, I love leaders. And like I said, it's all about what's best for you, what you like, what makes you comfortable with catching crappie. Like I said, different strokes for different folks. Some like Pepsi, some like Coke. I just like straight braid. I love the sensitivity of straight braid. Straight braid, once they hit that jig, I want to snatch a knot in them, snatch a hole in their mouth, and put them on in the boat. So I'm a straight braid guy. Low vis though. I don't fish with no other braid but low visible braid. Cornell Harvey said, I play music on the lake, but for my ears on it. Right, that's what I'm saying. And we go back to different strokes for different folks. Some people love it relax them to listen to music on the lake. And I don't have no problem with it. Like that. But with me, if you're on the boat with me, we ain't playing no music. I'm not gonna turn no music on. I'll put it like that. I'm not gonna play. Now, if I got a guide trip and my clients want to listen to music, go ahead and listen to it. Y'all paid for it. Go, you listen to what you want to listen to. But if you're asking me, no, I don't want to play no music on my. I don't want to play no music. I want to listen to the nature. Napoleon also said dropping stuff in the boat spooks them too, especially aluminum boats. Man, Devon said, everything spook with crappie. Honestly, yeah, I kind of believe that too. Camo Joe said, I use a leader with my slip float rods. Okay. Fluorocarbon. Okay. Ken Browning said, people fish with what they have confidence in. I'm a straight braid myself. Exactly. I agree with you, Kim, 1 trillion billion %. And that's the truth. Like, you're going to always fish with what you're confident with. Some people use fluoro, some people use mono, some people use braid, some people use a leader, some people don't. So, I mean, it's just all about what you're comfortable with. I've always fished. For the last 8 years, all I fished with was low vis straight braid, and that's how I love to fish, and that's what I'm confident in. I know some people that they will always fish with a leader, and they confident in catch fish with it consistently. I know some people that fish fluorocarbon all the time, and that's all they're gonna fish, and they catch fish consistently. You have people that fish old school mono, and they never stop catching fish, catching consistently. So like Kim said, it's all about what you're what do you have confidence in. Chad Butler, what's going on? Joseph Clue said, do you believe a loop knot works better than tying the knot tight to the jig? I am a polymer knot guy. I've been using a polymer knot for about, I would say about 6 years now. And that's the only knot I tie. But it goes back to what you have confidence in. Some people use loop knots, slip knot. I don't know all the knots. I was in the military. They got like 1,000 different knots. So I mean, it goes right back to what Ken was saying. Is whatever you have confidence in. Some people use loop knot, slip knot, this type of knot, and all twisted knot, sideways knot. I'm a polymer knot guy. That's the only kind of knot I use is polymer knot. Chat Jock said I catch them pretty good on low vis braid. But just wondering if leader would give me an advantage. Everything helps. Thanks for answering. So yeah, I don't know because I've never used a leader. So you will probably have to ask someone if someone's in here that uses a leader, they will have better knowledge on that than me because I don't have no knowledge on a leader. I've always been a low vis straight braid guy for, like I said, the last 7-8 years. So Camo Joe said straight braid on my other rods. Yeah, man, for sure. Like that's why I rock straight braid. I'm a straight braid guy. And get to it. But like I said, I know guys that fish with leaders and they get it in. Like they catch crappie. So it's like Kim was saying earlier, it's all about the confidence that you have. It's all about the confidence you have. So y'all, this is what I'm going to do. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to go live either on the lake or right when we put the boat up tomorrow. To put the boat back on the trailer tomorrow. I'm going to go live and we're going to do some giveaways tomorrow. Napoleon Armstrong said polymer knot or clinch knots too. If the strongest, yeah. I always heard that the polymer knot. A lot of bass fishermen use the polymer knot, and that was, like I said, that was years ago, and I've been using it ever since. So yeah, y'all check in tomorrow. We're gonna go live on the lake tomorrow. We're gonna do a couple giveaways, and hopefully we got some fish to show y'all. So until tomorrow, it's your boy Skinny Kenny the Bronze Star. Big double salute. We out.